How do people actually get good at things, like really good? Is it just about being super creative right from the get-go, or is there something else to it? Well, let me tell you a quick story about two students and their master. It kind of explains everything. So you've got this one student, right? He's super eager, full of ambition. He grabs his brush and boom, he's trying to paint his own masterpiece on day one. He's thinking, I'm going to invent new techniques, I'm going to show the world my unique vision. And he failed. Miserably. See, his work had no foundation, no real technique, no discipline. All that creativity, it was basically built on sand. Okay, so while that first guy was off chasing originality, the second student did the complete opposite. I mean, for years, all he did was copy the master. The same brushstrokes over and over and over. His entire focus was just on imitation. And here's where it gets interesting. The patient student, the copycat, right? He's the one who eventually becomes the master. He completely surpasses the other guy. So what gives? How is that even possible? How does just copying someone lead to true innovative mastery? Well, the answer is hidden in this incredible ancient Japanese concept. It's something that's been used for centuries by everyone from samurai to tea masters. It's called Shu-Ha-Ri, and it's basically a three-stage roadmap for learning pretty much anything. So Shu-Ha-Ri breaks this whole journey down into three simple but powerful stages. First, there's Shu, which means to follow. Then comes Ha, which means to break. And finally, Ari, to transcend. Let's break down what each of these really means, starting with the first one. All right, stage one, Shu. Think of this as the foundation of your house. It's the bedrock, right? Everything else is going to be built on top of this. This is the apprentice stage where it all begins. And the core idea here is really simple, but it's so important. You don't just get to be creative because you feel like it. No way. You have to earn the right to break the rules. And you do that by mastering them completely first. So this SHU stage, it's all about repetition, all about imitation. You just copy the master, no questions asked. You're not supposed to worry about the why just yet. You're totally focused on the how. This is what builds that deep muscle memory, those instincts, those core techniques, until you can do them in your sleep. This is exactly what our patient student was doing with those brushstrokes. Okay, so once you've got those rules down cold, they're completely internalized. That's when you can move on to the next stage. Ha. This is where you start to, break the rules. And this is the question, isn't it? This is what we all want to know. When do I finally get to stop just copying and start doing my own thing? When do I get to be creative? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward, but it's not easy. You get there when the rules become second nature, when the fundamentals are so burned into your brain that you don't even have to think about them anymore. They just happen. See, in the HA stage, you're not just blindly following anymore. You're starting to understand the principles behind the rules. You get the why. And that's when you can start experimenting. You can play with variations, blend different techniques together, and start asking, hey, what if I tried this? This is where your own personal style begins to emerge. It's real innovation, but it's built on that rock-solid foundation of understanding. And that brings us to the final stage, RI. This is the mountaintop. This is the ultimate goal. It's where the skill stops being just a skill and becomes, it becomes art. I love this idea. It's so powerful. You're no longer following the rules. You are the rules. You've gone beyond just thinking about it. The rules don't hold you back anymore because they're just part of you. The way you do it becomes the new standard. That right there is true mastery. It's when the brush just seems to move on its own. The code practically writes itself. You're not even thinking about it anymore. It's effortless, it's instinctual. Just like that master from our story, the skill just flows out of you, as naturally as breathing. Okay, so this is all really cool, but how do we actually use this? How can you apply this Shu-Ha-Ri framework to your own life? Whether you're learning to code, trying to cook the perfect steak, or picking up a guitar. So let's boil this all down to a few key takeaways for your own journey. First, embrace being a beginner. Seriously, be in that SHU stage. Don't be afraid to just copy and learn. Second, don't rush creativity. You have to earn it. True innovation, that Ha stage, only comes from a super deep understanding of the basics. And finally, remember, this whole thing is a marathon, not a sprint. Reaching that RI stage takes time. It's all about earning your creativity, not just demanding it. So I'll leave you with this thought.
The real question isn't, what amazing thing do I want to create? The real question is, what am I willing to learn? So think about it. Pick your craft, find your master, whether it's a person or a book or a course, and ask yourself, what rules are you going to master first?